Hey, my name's Dave Pryor. Welcome to the Global Agility and Innovation Summit podcast. Yesterday I had a big event. Today we're doing interviews with speakers and thought leaders that were present. And now I am joined by the papa of the whole thing, Sanjiv Augustine. So Sanjiv, thank you for carving time out of what is a very busy couple of days for you.
Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate you connecting and helping us get the message out.
I'm happy to do it. So just for the folks who may not know, Sanjiv is the founder and CEO of Lightspeed, which is a world-leading Agile and AI training and consulting company, and an industry-leading Agile, Lean, and digital transformation expert. He's the co-founder of PMI Agile's community of practice and the Agile Leadership Network, and the author of a couple of books, including Managing Agile Projects and Scaling Agile, and From PMO to VMO, which I'm sure is going to come up in our interview. Sanjiv presents regularly at lots of different Agile conferences and project management conferences. He's assisted clients in deploying Agile and Lean methodologies at many institutions, both large and small. And as a management coach and consultant, he's advised enterprise rollout and adoption of Scrum at a number of Fortune 250 companies. As an in the trenches practitioner, he's personally managed Agile projects varying in all ranges of size to over 100 people, and coached on a lot of different project teams. And we go way, way back because we both met when we were working in groups within people a long, long time ago. You were in the IS SIG and I was in the IT&T SIG. So how did it go yesterday?
I think it went fantastic. Somebody came to me at the end of the day and said, did the event meet your expectations? I said, yes. You never really know how things are going to play out. Right? You can curate a program, you can bring the best speakers, and once we locked the program, we had an incredible lineup of speakers. You've already spoken to a few of them. Been putting things on LinkedIn. And once we locked the program, I was very confident that it was going to be a good and a very good program. And then as the speakers, you roll from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, as the speakers came on, it felt like we just went from strength to strength to strength. And not only did it become a very good program, it became a great program. There's a lot of excitement in the room, and there's an old lean term called BA. It's kind of an obscure term. It's like there's a magic and a sense of place that was created. And I really felt we achieved that. We felt that we were able to bring the right people together, have them interact in some incredible, exciting, and powerful ways.
Yeah.
We had all these speakers there and really created BA.
Okay. All right. And I mean, I've only gotten to talk to a handful of them, but I learned a ton just in the conversations that I've had. They're all really, really brilliant people. And I know you gave a talk as well, and that's what we're going to talk about now. And that focuses on Agile X AI, which I think we should probably start out by, like, how would you explain what that is to people?
All right. So I hope by this point in time where we in May 2024, folks kind of understand what Agile is. So I still find that people misinterpret Agile.
People misunderstand what Agile is.
Yeah. So we'll leave that on aside for another day. But assuming you say Agile is based on the Agile Manifesto, their values and principles and practice, we're 20-something years into that journey, right? And then along the way, we've extended Agile to lean portfolio management, to marketing, and so many other different areas.
Yeah.
And last year, the whole generative AI ChatGPT thing hit, and it's created an intense cauldron, I think, where everything boiling and seething. And people are trying to figure out on one side, what is AI? Learn about that. And that changes every day. And then how can we, within the Agile community, and I'm talking about leaders in the Agile community who have invested so much in Agile networks where we have teams maybe of 50 people to 500 people. There were several folks in the audience and speakers who actually were coming from organizations that had over 500 teams, that had institutionalized that.
Oh my God.
It's pretty amazing. Right?
Wow.
I'm just kind of humble when we've been running these folks.
Yeah.
Like, how many teams do you have? Well, we have 500 teams. So we have 600 teams.
Oh my gosh.
And so they have achieved some kind of enterprise agility.
Okay.
Can we change the organization on AI and for AI? Can we change a data fraction? And so that's been done. Not perfect. Right. Definitely room for improvement. And now you have this disruptive element of AI.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we're doing is we're trying to iterate rapidly. And one of the things I did in my presentation together was to show a short clip from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, where he says, build the fastest iterating company that the world has ever seen. He said, made it goal to build the fastest iterating company that the world has ever seen. And so for us, Agile extended to AI is about starting from those Agile teams and making three fundamental shifts. One is a fundamental shift left to product discovery, and now you will really fast on product discovery so that we can achieve product market fit a lot faster. We can achieve features that are valuable to, or deliver features that are truly valuable to our stakeholders. And customers by iterating rapidly on that. And we had presenters, Trisha Remico and others. I think you spoke to Trisha today, where she came up with amazing guidelines on how to do that. So that's the shift left. There's also a shift right, and that's shift right from actual teams and onto DevOps if we haven't achieved that. And then if you do have DevOps integrated just to the pipeline, then now shift to ML ops, machine learning operations, figure out how to design, build, test, and scale AI models in a responsible fashion. Right? So make sure that you can shift right to machine learning operations and build that in, and make sure if you're looking at it from a natural perspective, that we're doing it with a focus on their developer experience. This is not just about the technologies. It's not set as Agilist. We want to make sure that we humanize this and make sure that what we're doing as we should do right is we're improving the developer experience. Is it better for developing code? Is it better for maintaining code? Is it better for deploying code? And all the tools like GitHub Copilot or whatever tool you have, let's find a way to use that. And there's dangers associated with using that. You can GitHub Copilot can actually can cause fraud and a whole lot of technical debt if you use that. So let's make sure that it actually improves the developer experience, not deteriorates the developer experience. And then the final shift for me is near and dear to my heart, and that's shifting up into management with an AI assisted value management office or VMO, so that we can help achieve the two functions of the VMO, lean portfolio management and adaptive governance, better, faster, cheaper with AI, responsible AI for governance and optimized portfolio management, whether prioritizing the portfolio, optimizing the portfolio using AI with this AI assisted VMO.
Okay. I have a whole lot of, can I just pepper you with questions now?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, just for the folks that aren't familiar with your VMO model, could you just quickly explain what a VMO is and how it's different than like a PMO or a transformation office?
Yeah. So the way we define it is that the VMO is a team of teams, which means it includes members like team level, it includes members from the middle management, it includes executive members that is focused on lean portfolio management. And so we have actual teams. At the level of the teams, we want to make sure that the amount that's hitting those actual teams is tied to business outcomes, OKRs, SLAs, what have you, prioritized by executives, and optimized so that the right work is going down to the teams. Right? That's the lean portfolio management side. There's also the other primary objective and work of the VMO is adaptive governance. And this is bringing into the agile way of doing things, as in if you already have ways of monitoring at work and checking at work and deploying at work, well, are we talking to a whole different set of stakeholders? And we have the acronym CARLA, CARLA, compliance, audit, risk, legal, and architecture. Compliance with risk, legal, and architecture. Let's bring all of those in, and now let's shift from what's called phase-based governance to audit-based governance. And the idea is in the waterfall cycle, we used to have phases. Right? Even if we ended up having sprints and getting out developing and delivering the development cycles,
there's still in
delivery. This upstream up, you got right. So we're still the governance routine is still waterfall. And so can we move from that phase-based governance to audit-based governance where partnering early and often with these stakeholders, setting up checkpoints that they can come in and audit us at any point, but we're not holding up, and they're not holding up any of our work as we're flowing into the system.
Okay. So in that I just want to clear the audit thing out of my head. They're going to come and look when they feel like they need to. Okay. And so we're always ready for that. There was this part when you started talking about where I was thinking, oh, it's sort of like TDD, but forever, whatever governance stuff they're doing. Okay. When you talk about AI being used in this way, I sort of get what you're talking about, but I also sort of keep thinking about all the people who are like, oh yeah, we used AI, so we built a virtual Scrum guide. That's like, I can look it up in a piece of paper faster than I can figure out the query to type into ChatGPT. How will AI enable the governance or the prioritization in a way that doesn't just do what people already do? Like how will it enhance what a human can do?
Yeah. So one of the things you have to do is to make sure that you understand that there is great power in with AI, right? And to quote Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And so now we have to say that yes, we can shift left to product discovery. Yes, we can shift right to AI assisted development and engineering. But all of that should be regulated in a responsible fashion. Okay. So what do we need to do differently as VMO leaders or as executives that are assisted by VMO is we need to understand the terrifying power of AI. And we need to understand that quick accountability goes with Steve's way. We're all waiting the tiger. And so we need to educate ourselves first, because AI will just drag us along if we as leaders don't know. Okay. And they're going to drag ourselves organizations along, and AI will be managing us. I said yesterday that we manage AI and not have AI manage us. That's a whole work, because we need to first understand what it is and look at the systemic implications of AIs. So it's going to be different. And one of our clients has this red team, blue team approach to deploy AI as a enabling factor for agile or enterprise agility. Right? And the red team is going to create a team that's going to look at all the potentially negative implications. What could go wrong? Well, you and I, project manager back in the day, is classic risk management.
I'm still a project manager. Proudly.
Thank you. Well, innovation reflection, so am I, because we all have these projects. Companies. Yeah, it's just classic risk management. What are the things that go wrong? Because we have to accept the risks and understand the risks before we can manage it. And then on the value side of it, that's the green team approach, right? Which is, what are the cool stuff? What are things that we could do that will add to our top line and to our line as potential for innovation? So it's not just about adopting ChatGPT, right? I use this for better, or saying I can use Perplexity to get a better documentation, or getting Google's Gemini to have a prioritized projects in my portfolio. It's about understanding what is capable at each one of those points, and also understand what the risks are. What is the risk of getting models hallucinating? What is the risk of bad actors taking what was over and co-opting them? Co-opting our work. We introduce something into the system, and you don't understand it. I mean, these neural the large language models are neural nets, and the developers don't understand how the gestalt behavior of it kind of emerges. Right. So so if the developers are developing these models don't understand it, then we need to make sure that we're rolling them out in a very careful, calibrated fashion.
Okay. So I'm going to just play devil's advocate for a second here, because I sort of agree with everything you're saying. And as a business owner, it totally makes sense to me. You have to be figuring out the AI as you go. Yeah. But put on your project manager hat for a second. Okay. I'm looking at what all my friends are doing with AI, and there's a part of me that's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to come back in like 8 months when you've figured this crap out, because I don't have the cycles to like stagger around and be like, oh, I can check spelling. Well, yeah, I could already do that. It's so half-baked right now. Like, I understand the risk. How long do you think before it's like a real boy and we can look at it and be like, that I can use?
Yeah. So there's a phrase that I often use, and it's a favorite one of mine, and that is, the future is already here, but it's not evenly distributed.
Okay. Yes.
What you're talking about is already there. It depends on the topic and the type of organization and the leader that you work for or the leader
Right.
that you are. If you're on the leading edge of innovation, like many of our customers and clients that attendees were there yesterday, it's a reality for them. They've already deployed AI into power equipment monitoring and inspection. They've already deployed, one of our clients has already deployed AI into personalization. Another one has already done wildfire management, right? So these are all elements and organizations that have deployed AI 5 years ago. And so it's not news to them. This is not ChatGPT, right? This is
right. But it hasn't made it into the mainstream yet. So I'm not seeing how to make use of it because it's not gotten. I'm too far downstream.
Yes, and that's going to happen over time. We may be looking, of course, Agile in 20 years to hit the mainstream. I believe it's going to happen a lot faster with Agile extended into AI or Agile XAI, as we call it. But I do think it may take up to 3 to 5 years before some of the others start to see the applications. Look at the use cases and start to say, oh, the next time I did this, now I can manage my product backlog. So, for example, one of our clients was we were chatting with her, and she said, you know what, I get all my stuff from Jira, and my organization needs me to update status reports and put them in, but she no longer does it, and she just gets the AI to suck up all the information, put the status reports, and get it out to the organization, which actually improves the governance, helps her be compliant with the governance, really, and she's using it already. Now, can anybody else do it? Absolutely. Do they need to do it? I don't know. Do they understand how to do it? That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's really interesting because on the one hand, you have to learn how to use the future tools. There's this other part of my brain that's still bemoaning the fact that people now don't have to learn how to do activity diagrams or know how to calculate or invest. It's like my dad would yell about me learning Latin. Like that's ever helped me do anything. You probably need both, I mean, going forward to really understand how this world is actually changing.
I completely. So let's take another tool. So we do a lot of product discovery, right? And we use a very well-established tool up there. It's Ashmore, is Lean Canvas. I'm sure you know, but maybe others in our audience don't know that you can go to ChatGPT and you can say, here's my problem, here's my solution, here's my thing. Can you please generate a Lean Canvas with a series of experiments?
And it'll do that for you
in seconds. Right? So that's a use case that can be done today by anyone who's creating a Lean Canvas. Now, is it ready to use? Probably not out of the box, but it's 80% there, and then I might play with it and refine it. But that can be done on the product discovery site or on the Azure site. We just need to know how to do this. People are using it today, and once the ways in which they use it become public, we're all going to find ways to escalate.
Well, I think one thing that's important to add to that is like yes and but. That's the way I do improv. Yes and but. What you get out of ChatGPT or whatever tool you're using, if you ask it to create like a vision statement or something like that, it's a starting point. It's like idea generation. It's not the answer. And that's my fears that people will just cut and paste and not think. Good.
Absolutely. And you're talking about ChatGPT for generating a user story, or I just use an example of Lean Canvas, but there are more potentially insidious ways that this will likely be used that we have to guard against. I know there are people out there who are looking at measuring development using AI tools. It's like, hey, we should probably get.
That's awesome.
Except, by the. I see the
measure the value of a human by their productivity.
Use AI to manage.
Yeah.
So
cool.
You tell me what that's like.
Yeah, that's not going to be a happy future. That's a dystopian project management universe.
And so there you go. That's what we have to guard against. Right? So you're going to find people who are going to say, well, you can use AI to measure development productivity and then optimize the cost and perhaps firing all these new developers. And that's just not going to work. The other way to do that, by the way, is to use AI to enhance these tool set of your junior developers, but always go back and have that code validated by senior developers.
Yeah.
Those higher end get to do with cloud.
The more I think about AI, the more I'm thinking of it more as like an instrument that people are going to learn to play. And if they can play it with skill, then their creativity is still a part of it, and you can create amazing things. But if you just use it to drive everything without thinking, it's not going to help anybody, and then it will take over.
Yeah, and it is to apply another metaphor. It's a double-edged sword, and it can be used to cut and reduce bureaucracy and craft and all the unwanted things that we don't want.
Yeah.
But it can also be at the same time psychologically turn on ourselves and be used to destroy ourselves and all these wonderful things that we built with that.
Yeah, well, this is great. So if people want to learn more about Agile XAI and the work that you're doing, what's the best way for them to find you?
Just go to our website, lightspeed.com, a page for the just Agile XAI, Agile is technically AI, what it is, what are some things we do, what they can learn, and how they can apply some of these things to it.
All right, and you just had a big event, but you got any other events coming up in the future?
Well, a subset of the team who was there yesterday, that's Heidi Musser, Jim Smith, and John Kern, and myself, are going to be keynoting at Agile 2024 on Wednesday. And that's the Reimagining Agile launch team. So if you're going to be at Agile 2024, I'll see you there.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, man. And congratulations on being done.
Thank you, Dave. Really appreciate it.